been a minute since I did a video. I started doing these videos and I called it For Womb Minds Matter because I wanted to talk about how mental health starts in the womb and a lot of those other influences. You can look at some of my previous videos. But within the last year, I haven't really done a lot of videos because I went through some traumatic events of my own where I lost my child. And it hasn't been that easy for me. I've been going through a lot of self-healing and recovery processes, and my training as a reflective practitioner and an RN in the mental health field has helped me immensely. Yet at the same time, sometimes I feel like it's hard because I do know a lot about the recovery process and I don't cut myself my own slack. There's no such thing about recovery or grief that is a linear process. And recovering from the loss of your child is a recovery in itself, much like coming out of an addiction or something else. I've had the pleasure and displeasure of going through this with a friend of mine who lost her child within 4 months of when I lost mine. We've been reflecting and looking back over this stuff quite a bit lately, and so what we decided was we came up with the term of gritty grief. And I'm going to start using some of my reflective practice to explore some of these ways that we've been exploring grief, to talk about it with others, and to give a platform of where you can recover from your grief. You can own it yourself. I apologize for sometimes my videos as I work through this process may not be very edited. They may not have a lot of filters on there. I may look like hell, which I've been crying in the car this morning pretty much a lot, so explains the crappy puffy eyes. Anyway, so this gritty grief process, there is no linear thing, and we want to talk about it with others to give them the permission to explore. So my friend Nicole will be coming with me sometimes doing some of the editing. If I do a little bit of editing or looking at it, there'll be times and days where we're in the garden and exploring other options. Some of the reason why I started thinking about doing this was because my grief process was often fraught by the expectations of others and how I should deal with my grief. Being told that I was dealing with things in the wrong way, even at one point by a supervisor at work asking me, "Oh, has the loss of your son affected you? Has the loss of your son affected your job performance?" I won't even get into that. That will be another episode of the response to that. But there's all kinds of different things that you encounter in your life as you're going through your personal interpretation of grief, how it looks. And I really do believe that people need to have the strength and the support to explore their options and work through their processes within their time. Putting specific labels or boxes on the way that people grieve is pretty impossible because grief is not pretty. Grief is very gritty, and that's going to be the foundation of this platform. Welcome to Gritty Grief. I'm here to grieve along with you. We're all grieving.